Hello there, this is Amy from Made for Math, and I am here today to talk to you about area of triangles. And before we get into area of triangles, let's review what area is. So area is simply space covered. So you can think of an area rug that you might have in your house. Area of a shape is the space a shape covers. So over here on the Braining Camp website, I have built a square. And since we know that area is simply the space that a shape covers, area of this square would be all of this space inside of the square, the amount of space that takes up the inside portion of the square. So let me go ahead and erase my marks here. And then let's go ahead and find out the dimensions of our square. We know that since we are talking about a square, the dimensions are labeled side and side. It doesn't matter what side we label side, all the names are simply side. So let's figure out the dimensions of this square. So it looks like it's 2, 4, 6. So we have 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have an 8 by 8 square. Okay, and then let's say that we want to figure out how many right triangles will fit inside of our 8 by 8 square. So I also have my 8 by 8 square modeled here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the ruler function of bit paper, and I want to draw this diagonal line so that I can get some right triangles inside of my square. So let me outline here. I have one right triangle right here. And it looks like I have a second one that's just flipped around at the top. Let me outline that for you. All right, looks like I can fit 2 right triangles inside my 8 by 8 square. Okay, so with triangles, the dimensions are called height and base. They are simply sides of the triangle, but they have special names devoted to the dimensions. Height, how tall it is. So it looks like here we have 8 units tall. And the base, the bottom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, also 8 units for the bottom. And the base can be at the bottom, or it can be at the top up here. It'd be at the top of this other square, or not square, excuse me, triangle that was flipped around. Okay, so if we multiply the height, which was 8 units, by the base, which is also 8 units, I know that 8 times 8 equals 64. Okay, so we found that the base times the height is 64 square units. And over here with this square, we found the side times the side for a square for to find the area is also 64 units. But wait, how can the area of my square, my 8 by 8 square, and the area of my triangle that has a height of 8 and a base of 8 also be 64 when I have a triangle and over here I have a square? You might be thinking the same thing. I can't have the same area for those two shapes. But if you've noticed, since we have 2 triangles that make up the square, we are going to have the base of 8 times the height of 8, and we have to actually cut our answer in half or divide by 2. That will get us the area, the space of each of our triangles. So 8 times 8, and rewrite that down here, is 64. And if I want to divide 64 by 2, or I want to cut 64 in half, let's see, I know that 60 cut in half is 30, and 4 cut in half, or 4 divided by 2, is 2. So 64 divided by 2, or 64 cut in half, equals 32. So the area of my right triangle right here is 32 square units. I'm going to abbreviate square with SQ period units. And that means that my congruent, my same size, same shape right triangle up here is also going to be 32 square units. And 32 plus my other 32 gets me back to 64, which is the area of the entire square. So if you are asked to find the area of a triangle, test out your shape, whether you're working with a square or a rectangle, and see how many right triangles you can divide your shape into. And you will notice that you need to find the area of your shape, whether it's a square, side times side, or a rectangle, length times width. And then you will find the area, but then you will have to divide by 2 or cut your answer in half. Now we can divide by 2, or there's another formula where you can multiply by 1/2. So you can have 1/2 times your base and multiplied or times your height. So multiplying by 1/2 will give you the same product as dividing by 2. All right, I hope this video was helpful in demonstrating how to find the area of a triangle, and I will see you in upcoming videos. Take care.